Today we're taking a look at these NBA matches, which are happening on Friday, January 20th, 2023, and giving you our team picks for today. Welcome back to High Stakes. Before we dive into our video, don't forget to subscribe and push that notification bell to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and make sure to watch it till the end so you don't miss any of our picks. Also check out our Patreon if you want access our premium picks. Our Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. You will find the link in description and comments section below. One more thing before we start, check out our new channel High Stakes Props and Parlays, where you can find our player props and parlay picks predictions. You will find the link in the description and comments section below. Orlando Magic vs New Orleans Pelicans. The Friday NBA schedule will tip off with a matchup between the New Orleans Pelicans and the Orlando Magic from the Amway Center. The Pelicans, 26-19, are playing without injured Zion Williamson and have dropped 7 of their previous 10 games. On Wednesday, New Orleans trailed by 13 points after one quarter and could never recover during a 124-98 home loss versus Miami. Our team pick is Orlando Magic plus 2.5 points. The New Orleans Pelicans have not been at their best recently. They have been decimated with key injuries, and the losses are starting to pile on. They have now dropped 7 of their last 10 games and are playing without scoring leaders Zion Williamson, along with Brandon Ingram. The Magic have been solid on their home floor where they have won 6 of their last 9 games. Furthermore, the Pelicans are struggling on the road, dropping 5 of their last 7 road bouts. The Magic defense is their top strength, and they should contain a Pelicans team that has only scored 103 and 98 points respectively in their last 2 games. The Magic have been efficient, connecting on at least 49% of their field goals in 2 of their last 3 games. Atlanta Hawks vs New York Knicks. In Friday night NBA action, the New York Knicks will travel to State Farm Arena to battle the Atlanta Hawks. The Knicks, 25-21, have dropped consecutive games and are tied with Miami for 6th place in the Eastern Conference standings. On Wednesday, New York trailed by 13 points after one quarter and could never recover during a 114-103 home loss versus Washington. I will be riding with the New York Knicks +4 on the road, as I see them being the better team on the defensive end of the floor. They will make it difficult for the Hawks to consistently score throughout this game, which will allow them to keep the score within the spread. According to todaynba, the Knicks have the 11th lowest adjusted defensive rating, and they are holding their opponents to the 7th least amount of points scored per game and the 2nd lowest shooting percentage from the floor. They will contest shots near the rim and on the perimeter and keep the Hawks from scoring enough points to pull away. Now, I also see New York being able to score, as the Hawks are allowing the 21st most points per contest, and they have struggled to defend shots near the rim. Our team pick is New York Knicks +4 points. The Knicks will continue to attack the basket and score enough points to keep this game close on the road. The Hawks also have the 22nd lowest adjusted offensive rating in the NBA, as I see them struggling in this game. Cleveland Cavaliers vs Golden State Warriors. I am going to stick with the Cavs at home, as they are the better team on the defensive end of the court. They will slow this game down and make it tough for the Warriors to consistently score. According to dunksandthrees.com, the Cavs have the 2nd lowest adjusted defensive rating, and they are allowing the least amount of points per game. The Warriors only have the 21st highest adjusted offensive rating, and they have struggled on the road this season. This will also be the 2nd game of a back-to-back for Golden State, as I don't believe they will be ready for this game. Our team pick is Cleveland Cavaliers money line. Now, Mitchell is questionable, but I still trust this team regardless of if he is on the floor or not. They efficiently score on the offensive end of the court, and the Warriors won't be able to slow them down in this game. Golden State is allowing the 26th least amount of points per game, and they have continued to slide in the wrong direction. Dallas Mavericks vs Miami Heat. In the first game of a Friday night NBA on ESPN doubleheader, the Miami Heat will invade the American Airlines Center to take on the Dallas Mavericks. The Heat, 25-21, have won 7 of their last 10 games and are tied with New York for 6th place in the Eastern Conference standings. On Wednesday, Miami raced out to a 13-point lead after one quarter and cruised to a 124-98 road triumph against New Orleans. Dallas gave up 130 points to the Atlanta Hawks Wednesday night in a tough home loss. Luka scored 30, but they failed to get any stops. Dorian Finney-Smith started for Dallas after missing 14 games with a right adductor strain, and Josh Green was back from a 20-game absence due to a right elbow sprain. They are both big parts of what they want to do defensively, but they struggled on that end in their first game back. Finney-Smith had 9 points and 9 rebounds in 35 minutes. Green scored 9 points in 20 minutes. Our team pick is Dallas Mavericks plus 1 point. I expect the Dallas supporting cast to play well and respond to Coach Jason Kidd's criticism. Spurs vs Clippers. The Los Angeles Clippers and San Antonio Spurs meet Friday in NBA action at the AT&T Center. Let's preview this game and give out a pick and prediction. This is an excellent spot to back a Los Angeles team that I believe is undervalued right now due to George's injury. He has only returned for one game, but he has had multiple days to rest since playing that game, so he should be good to go for a solid workload on Friday night. The Clippers are desperate to get back in the win column, and having their leading scorer drastically changes their outlook. They have been an outstanding defensive team all year, so having George and Leonard offensively makes them a much more dangerous team. Our team pick is Los Angeles minus 7 points. San Antonio is the worst defensive team in the NBA, making this a perfect get-right game for the Clippers, who have won and covered the spread in 5 of the last 7 meetings between these teams. Nuggets vs Pacers. The Indiana Pacers, 23-23, go to the Mile High City to take on the Denver Nuggets, 32-13, on Friday. Tip-off is scheduled for 9 p.m. Eastern Time at the Ball Arena. When the two teams played earlier this season on November 9th, the Nuggets won 122-119, but the Pacers covered plus 5.0, while the total went over 235.5. For their final regular season matchup, the spread is Denver minus 11.5, and the total is 239.5 points. Denver has won their last 5 games in a row against Indiana, having not lost to them since January 2020. The Pacers are in the middle of a tough stretch, going 1-5 Austrian shillings in their last 6 games. Indiana is a great matchup for the Nuggets because they're the best three-point shooting team in the league and take the 6th most per game, going against the 2nd worst three-point defending team in the league. The Pacers allow teams to hit 37.2% of their threes on average. The last time they played, rookie Benedict Mathurin came off the bench for Indiana and dropped 30 points, the same as Denver's entire bench combined. Even then, the Nuggets still won and only missed the cover by a couple of points. Our team pick is Denver Nuggets minus 11.5 points. Since then, the Pacers have fallen off slightly and the Nuggets have never looked better. I don't expect Mathurin to have as incredible of a performance this time around, averaging 17.1 points per game this season, so I'm picking the Denver Nuggets to cover. Jazz vs Nets. The Utah Jazz, 24-24, will be going for their 3rd consecutive win when they face the Brooklyn Nets, 27-16, on Friday night. The Jazz are coming off a 126-103 win over the Clippers as 8.5-point favorites. The Nets are coming off a 106-98 loss to San Antonio as 8.5-point favorites. The Jazz have won 4 of their last 5 games and 3 of their last 4 home games. They are playing well offensively, especially at home where they are scoring more than 120 points per game while making over 48% of their shots. They are one of the best rebounding teams in the league and they are very aggressive on the offensive glass, grabbing more than 11 offensive rebounds per game, which will give them more scoring chances. They also cut back on their turnovers in their last 3 games and won't give the Nets a lot of easy scoring opportunities. The Nets have struggled defensively on the road and they're playing on consecutive nights, so expect them to have a hard time slowing down the Jazz in this game. The Nets have lost 4 of their last 6 games and they split their last 4 road games. They usually play well offensively, but they've struggled with Kevin Durant out of the lineup and scored less than 100 points per game in their last 3 games. They don't rebound the ball as well as the Jazz and won't get a lot of extra scoring opportunities against them. They were also careless with the ball in their last 3 games, which will lead to easy scoring opportunities for the Jazz, who average more than 6 steals per game at home. Our team pick is Utah Jazz minus 6 points. Even though the Jazz have struggled defensively, they played well in recent home games, holding 2 of their last 3 opponents under 110 points per game at home, so expect them to keep Brooklyn's offense in check. Go with Utah to cover the spread. Lakers vs Grizzlies. The Memphis Grizzlies, 31-13, 11-10 away, will travel to Los Angeles, California to take on the Los Angeles Lakers, 20-25, 11-11 home, at Crypto.com Arena. The Lakers have been struggling, only winning 1 of their last 5 matchups, while the Grizzlies have been unstoppable and are riding an 11-game win streak. This will be the first game of their 3-game series. The Memphis Tigers have been hot lately, winning 11 consecutive games while managing to keep their roster healthy. The Tigers enter this matchup with a lot of positive momentum, which will surely play a large role in this game, considering the Lakers need to play smart with a number of injuries they have right now. Our team pick is Memphis Tigers -6.5 points. In addition, Morant has had a great season and has been making some crucial plays, so expect him to have a big game against Los Angeles. With the Grizzlies' healthy roster and their explosive offense, I expect them to come out on top. Take Memphis.